This is day 127 of Zohar Pshat, and we are with Maskilim Hero, which is 5 lines to the bottom of Tezvav and base. But my son called me today, Rabbi Tzakeli Melech, having listened to yesterday's Zohar Pshat, and he said, it wasn't really Al Pshat. It could have been much more Al Pshat. And he pointed out to me that the idea of what I would call tonality, although I don't know it's a precise word, that a person could say hello, a person say hello, a person say hello, and same words, but they're meaningless relative to the tone. The tone is what determines the quality of the words. So the words are just sometimes even a tool just to convey the tonality, which is the expression of what exactly the deepest idea is meant to be before it gets to the words, and the words are just a vehicle by which to express the tone. And that's what the Zohar here is probably saying. The Zohar we learned yesterday, that the tamim are the highest form of expression, because everything else is determined. The words can be very nice words, but the tone is negative tone, it's meaningless, and vice versa. So the tonality is more than just the idea of music, and it's more simple, rudimentary. The idea of music is how something is expressed. It is the real nature of what's being expressed. Okay, so now we're up to Maskilim, the Maskilim, and here it seems to talk about human beings. But something Elohim, they exist. And something they sustain that which is on high. I skipped the line. Maskilim will be radiant like the radiance of the rakia. Inun kayomin mesamchin hahu Aperion. They're the ones who sustain they who exist and sustain that Aperion. Now, Aperion, the says it's the above Ksavas, the 6 middle spheros, and they're called Aperion when they are a totality. And evidently they're also called Atzei Alavanon. But in any event, where is it now again? The Derech Emes adds that Aperion, Perish Aperion, Dohe Chola de Lasato. So, to go with Pashim Pshat here, Aperion is Aperion Sola Melech Shlomo. The idea is a palace, and the palace is the palace of Nisaba Kosh Baruch Hu Lios Dir Batachtoinim. Hashem wanted there to have a dwelling place down here below. Who sustains that dwelling place? Obviously, people, humanity. So the Maskilim, there's Hiru, the people who have the Seichel to understand how to relate to HaKadosh Baruch Hu in a way which makes the Dir Tachtoinim, they're the ones who sustain that Aperion. It's off in a tangent a bit. It's not directly related to the ongoing discussion of the Zohar, but that's what this line, I think, means over here. And it goes on to say, Maskilim inu kayam and samkin Elohim, the Maskilim are the ones who sustain the heavens. Right? It says that Mudei Shemayim Rafafu, there was a Tanai, Kosh Baruch Hu with Ma'aser Bereshis. Then we saw common term Mutav and Lava. Kosh Baruch Hu is going to put the world back to Tohu Vavohu. So the Maskilim are a similar idea. The people who, I assume it's about Ami, so with the Torah, but in any event, they are Kaimim Samkin Elohim. They sustain the Shemayim. They fulfill that condition. They look with intelligence. Everything that Aperion needs, everything that Kosh Baruch needs for a Dir Tachtonim, and that which supports it. So now coming on to the specific Kabbalistic nuances of Ksavos, Tiferes, whatever. The idea is, this is the Aperion, Shasa Melech Shlomo, this is the Kaviyachal Kodesh Baruch Hu, Melech Shah Shalom Shalom. The people in this world, the Maskilim, sustain it. Sitra Da And this is the secret is Kidain Amarta, like it says in Tilim Memav, Ashe Maskil El Dol. So the praiseworthy are those who are intelligent about what Kaviyachol the Dal needs, and the Dal here is Kaviyachol the Kodesh Baruch Hu, in the sense that the Shekhinah can only be present in this world to the extent that we allow the Shekhinah to be here, which is why Shekhinah is the one name of Kodesh Baruch Hu, which is feminine, which is to receive, which means that the Shekhinah only is manifest to the extent we allow it to be manifest, and therefore Kaviyachol, in this respect, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is, in this metaphor, the Dal. Yazhiru, so they will be radiant. The lo Yazhiru, lo narin. If they're not radiant, they will not illuminate. So obviously, the Yazhiru, the Zohar here refers to some sort of um, illumination, which is then comes from their seichel, which then creates the light, which is necessary. In other words, if they don't do it, if they don't lo narin, lo yachlin yana, they won't be able to analyze this lakola and to look bahu aperion, to that dira batachtoinim, b'chom aditztorich, whatever it requires. Kizor Rakia, it says we mazhirin Kizor Rakia, who the kaim al gabi inu maskilin, and the Rakia is that which is over the maskilim. In other words, the Rakia is the source from which the comes down the shefa, and the maskilim have to check. Okay, how are we going to bring down the shefa from the Rakia into this world? The it says udmusa roshei hachaya, even the malachim, the chayas are contingent on our avoda. Kein hakerach hanoira. It's like the rakia is like the terrible ice, the awesome ice, and the Zohar dahi dahu noir lo raisa. This is the Zohar which illuminates the Torah in this world. In other words, to the extent that we try to understand and analyze Torah, the Zohar is that illuminates us. And the Kerach HaNoira, hopefully we'll be able to explain this at some other point, but that means that it is brilliant, like ice reflects reflecting sunlight. The Rakia reflects the light from above, the light of Torah, and that illuminates to our Torah down here below. And it illuminates also the chayos, the malachim. Inun roshe, inun maskilin, and these are the heads. I guess there are many people who are maskil, but these are the primary ones. Nori tadir, which are constantly illuminating. Mistakal rakia, and look up to shamayim. Lahu nihira the nafi katamon, that light which comes from there. Anybody who learns Torah in depth and lishma mistama gets to be illuminated from that light, which is the Zohar Harakia, as long as they're maskilim and they try and understand what's going on. And we'll stop here for today.